Fortnite is a game known for having weekly updates and adding and removing items in almost every update. And there are going to be some items that come and go and some that never return. So join me as we look at Fortnite items you forgot existed. Like and subscribe before we get into the video. Number 20, the Steel Sight. This is an epic Fortnite skin that can be bought for 1500 V-Bucks, and it was introduced to the item shop on March 27th, 2018. And it was last seen in the item shop on June 6th, 2020. So it hasn't been in the item shop for over 230 days. And it's a skin I'm assuming no one really remembers because you don't hear people talking about it. Or, well, you don't see even people wearing it and flexing it because it is somewhat of a rare skin. And make sure you watch the full video and let me know how many items you actually remembered out of the 20 on the list. But let's look at number 19, Buried Treasure. This was a legendary item that you could have found from opening llamas back in Season 8, since the season had a pirate theme. But if you did find one of these maps, it would lead you to a buried treasure chest with guaranteed legendary items, directed by a golden light in the sky and a red dashed line that appeared when the player equipped the item. And once you got to the location of the chest, you'd have to swing your pickaxe at the ground to uncover the chest before you could open it. But Fortnite later removed these items in Season 9 because they just didn't go with the season's theme. Number 18, Loot Drones. The loot drones first appeared in Season 9 at hotspots, named locations with a yellow-colored font instead of white, and they would fly around slowly holding a small box filled with loot. You could have obtained the loot by pickaxing the drone or shooting it down, and you could also land on them. But if you fell off, death was most likely going to be the result as they were really freaking high up. These drones would drop a single weapon when destroyed, either a rare or epic, and Fortnite later removed them in Season X. Number 17, Thanos. This was the first Marvel item that Fortnite ever added into the game. All the way back in 2018, Thanos was featured in the Infinity Gauntlet limited time mode in the Battle Royale. One player per match may acquire the Infinity Gauntlet in this LTM, after it randomly falls from the sky. And once a player would acquire the Infinity Gauntlet, it would turn them into Thanos. But I'm honestly surprised Fortnite didn't bring this LTM back in Chapter 2 Season 4, since that whole season was a big collaboration with Marvel. Number 16, Money. This was an uncommon limited time item that Fortnite added during the Pandora collaboration. You could find it by opening any Borderlands chest or by eliminating players in Pandora. And when you think about it, it's kind of pointless because money didn't seem to do anything in the match. To me, it seems like the sole purpose was to be used in one of the Welcome to Pandora mission objectives. And if you didn't know, it's technically listed in the game files as a type of ammo, so that's pretty weird. But moving on to number 15, Hot Zone. This is a skin that you probably wouldn't have even thought about if we never mentioned it in the video. The Hot Zone is a rare outfit that could have been obtained by buying the Zone Wars bundle in the item shop back in Season X. You could have bought it for 1600 V-Bucks, and the last time it appeared in the item shop was on October 4th, 2019. The Zone Wars bundle also included the Damage Zone outfit, the Star Crest Shift back bling, and the Hyper Edge dual harvesting tool. Number 14, the Machine Pistol. This was an SMG that appeared in the game in Seasons 1 and 2, and they later vaulted it in patch 2.5.0, therefore making it currently unavailable. It was vaulted because people barely used it with its extremely low damage, because when it was first released, the common one only did 11 damage, and the rare one did, wow, 13 damage, so there was no point to keep it in the game if it did really no harm to players. Plus Fortnite added way more submachine guns over time anyway. Number 13, Eye of the Storm Tracker. This was a rare backpack that Fortnite mistakenly added into the Battle Royale in the 4.2 content update. It was an item in your inventory that made your minimap track the next 2 storm circles instead of just the next one. It would show the second storm circle as a yellow circle with a yellow line showing the quickest route there. And only a small number of people actually got to use this because Fortnite later removed it and replaced it with the jetpack, almost 30 minutes after its accidental addition. Number 12, the Dare. This is a 1200 V-Bucks skin that honestly isn't bad in my opinion. It was first released on July 15th, 2019, and was last seen in the item shop on February 29th, 2020. And it's one of those skins that just doesn't appear in the item shop very often because it only appeared in the shop a total of 3 times. Then I'm surprised you don't see any pros using this skin because it looks like one of those skins you would see a few tryhards using. Number 11, a lump of coal. This was a very unused item that Fortnite added to the game in Chapter 2 Season 1. You could throw the coal at enemy players or structures and it would deal 20 damage to them. But after you threw it and it hit the ground, you could pick it up again. It could have also been used to light campfires when thrown at one. And that's something you most likely didn't know about. You could have only found coal in the Christmas presents that Fortnite added during the Winterfest event, and it was basically a holiday version of the rusty can. Number 10, the Zapper Trap. This is an epic trap that electrocutes any player in front of it and has a recharge time of 2 seconds. The Zapper trap would electrocute players approximately half a second after it got triggered, and it has unique mechanics compared to the other traps in Fortnite, because unlike being placed from the trap slot, it's thrown and it would take up an inventory slot. And whenever thrown, it automatically creates a wall or floor piece that's not owned by enemies. Like, you could even throw it on an enemy wall when they were boxed up, so it wasn't a bad item in my opinion, actually pretty useful. Number 9. The Directional Jump Pad. This was an earlier version of the bouncer that would launch you in whatever direction you were moving in whenever you walked on it. So if you moved on it while you were walking to the left, it would bounce you to the left. And it had a lot more momentum and distance to it than a regular bounce pad. And it's somewhat similar to doing the bouncer shockwave method today in Fortnite. And I think this is something that Fortnite should think about bringing back to the game because it could be used for rotations and trick shots. Pretty cool. Number 8, the Stingray. This skin reminds you of something that you'd see in a movie or something like that because it looks like a secret agent or spy. You could have gotten this skin for 1200 V-Bucks, but it was last available in the item shop 316 days ago since the airing of this video. And it's a skin for the memes. But let's go to number 7, Fort Bites. These were collectible items that could have been retrieved either around the map or by completing certain tasks. They were only available during Season 9, and the design they had was similar to a microchip to match the futuristic theme of Season 9. A new Fort Bite was revealed every 24 hours, or more specifically at 9 AM EST, every day for Season 9. And once you collected 90 Fort Bites, you would have unlocked the Singularity skin, and its challenges would also be unlocked. And if you collected all 100, you would have unlocked the Vision's loading screen. Number 6, the Wall Dynamo. This was another rare trap that was available in the Battle Royale for a limited time. It electrocuted players that passed by the trap and could only be placed on walls. It was a very noisy trap that easily alerted players, and when this trap was in placement mode, it could place whenever the cursor was pointing at the walls. Fortnite later removed the Wall Dynamo in Update 1.11 when Fortnite introduced the Small Shield update. And the Wall Dynamo is such a rare item, there are really only a few videos of people out there using it. Number 5, Maximilian. This is a skin from the Aviation Age set. It was released September 30th, 2018, and was last available 307 days ago since this video's airing. You could have gotten it from the item shop for 1200 V-Bucks when it was listed. They first added the skin in Fortnite during Chapter 2, Season 6, and with the skin not being seen in a while, that makes it somewhat rare. And this is a skin you probably don't even remember, or might not have even seen anyone using in a game. Number 4, Biz. Heck, I didn't even remember this skin until researching for this video. This skin can be bought for 1200 V-Bucks, and the skin was last seen in the item shop almost 450 days ago, making it one of the new rarest item shop skins in the game. But no, it's not the rarest item shop skin. Number 3, the Kingsman Umbrella. This is a legendary melee weapon. It's one of the unique weapons that would allow players to block bullets and negate fall damage from high distances, using it as a glider for a small amount of time before dropping again. But whenever you used it to hit someone, its hits would also do 50, 60, 55, then 100 damage to players in a sequence of attacks. It also could be charged up to dash forward and deal 75 damage to players and 1000 damage to structures. Finally, you could also use the Kingsman Umbrella to avoid attacks by opening the umbrella, being able to dodge bullets in the same way as the lightsabers in Chapter 2, Season 1. And I forgot to mention, you could harvest materials with it as well. Number 2, balloons. These came in 20 at a time, and players could deploy 6 of them to float into the air. These weren't anything too fancy nor crazy because most players didn't really care about them. But they were perfect for rotating and getting into the zone quickly. Number 1, Xena. This is a skin that I also assumed some tryhards use, but I guess they didn't care about it as much. The Xena price is 1200 V-Bucks, and it was last seen 193 days ago since this video aired. We're done here. Comment how many items you remember below and click one of the 2 videos on your screen.